Talk to me, Cleveland. This is your host, Kevin Chillhard, the cause of all this commotion. And we have live and direct the super producer, Felicia Haney. I don't know if she's on a stakeout. What is going on? Talk to me, super producer.
Yeah, I'm using my cat eye.
Who- you you on stakeout? You on what's going on?
Remember when Marge and Gina they broke into the pizza? You got to use your cat eye.
You out there looking for your stimulus check? What you?
That's too. Yeah.
Uh, I was well. Okay, what's you need? Something that we need to know why you rolling up on people? You on undercover in Solon? Something we need to know?
No, this is covert
Cobra.
operation.
Okay, you can't even talk to us about it. Well, what's up? We already have people are filling in. We have Daryl Shake and Bake Sellers, Adam Lesson Morgan. My mom is in the building. I see other people hitting hearts and thumbs up. Show your love. We as of right now we have about my BFF Ladosha's in the building. We got about 11,000 right now, waiting on a couple of more. But I don't know, Haney. I had I still got to talk to you about something else, some information to give you. But I do have
Is it on about a stimulus?
lightweight.
Oh, I was about to say, because if it ain't, I don't want to hear.
Lightweight. So make sure we talk. But
I'm
do.
crunching on some
What is
veggie chips right now because I haven't had dinner. So excuse me.
Okay, well, get your veggie chips. But
These are lightweight fire. They are lime chili veggie chips.
Sounds good.
Pretty good.
Sounds good.
Sounds good.
Before our guests come in, I've been announced earlier that I have a special chill announcement on Friday. I'm going to be still continuing. Everybody knows that our my sensei, the legendary Lee Harvard businessman, karate teacher, uh, all things Cleveland, especially Lee Harvard. The great Ken Ferguson had passed away and had his service the other day, and I'll talk about that. But on Friday, day after tomorrow at 5 o'clock p.m., I'll be talking to his former United States teammate, former United States Karate State team teammate, and the master of Tai Bo and the new Geico commercial, the one and only Billy Blanks. So Friday at 5 o'clock, guys, I'll be checking in with the iconic, the legendary Billy Blanks. Felicia, he might give you some Tybo. I don't know if you're trying to get into Tybo class.
I'm down for anything right now.
So yeah, everybody, 5 o'clock is gonna be on my YouTube channel. So make sure you subscribe to the Kevin Chillhard YouTube channel. And at 5 o'clock Eastern time, the legendary Tai Bo master, martial arts master, Billy Blanks is going to be talking about his Geico commercial, and it's going to be talking about his friendship with the late great karate master Ken Ferguson. So make sure you tune in to that 5 o'clock on Friday.
Somebody got to teach us the martial arts. You wouldn't teach us.
See, we back to that again. We back to that. We hooking it up. We talking to Shake and Bake Sullins is on the line. He's watching. We already talking to young Justin Ferguson. Something is going to happen. So some karate is going to be going on in the Lee Harvard, and you already got your Lee Harvard pass, so you good.
That's right.
You good.
Good in the hood.
Good in the hood. Are we giving away something for the free today? Did they need to? It's a possibility.
I ain't got nothing free today.
I thought you. How? Speaking
Giving
of
away that free hair week.
free, hey, well, they've been spoiled.
Right.
They've been spoiled.
No, actually, we are giving away something
See, you play too
free
much.
today. Um, we will be giving away a copy of the book A is for Africa, which is authored by our guest who will be joining us momentarily. And it's a pretty awesome book. I actually picked up a copy myself. If I wasn't driving, I would pull it out of my backpack and personally show it to you all. But be patient. The authors will be on in a second, and they'll be able to definitely show you guys what it looks like. But yeah, the book is called A is for Africa. I went to a vegan pop-up where Squash the Beef, who's a local vegan company, if you guys have ever heard of them, they were doing a pop-up. And once you get to the end of the line, there was this sister waiting there to hit you like, bam, you got your food, bam. What about this book? So she was also selling her book, and that's when I learned that she was actually the co-author of this book. And I took a look at the book. It's really awesome. It's called A is for Africa, and it goes down, of course, the entire alphabet, where each letter stands for something. And I personally like the fact that, and this is no shade whatsoever, so please do not confuse it as shade against, our good Reverend Dr. Martin Luther King, but sometimes we have certain figures who we've just become so used to seeing, kind of the same figures that represent African Americans. And they, nowhere in the book do you even see Martin Luther King. So they use some alternative, I guess you could say, people or imaging to go through each letter of the alphabet. So it's a pretty cool book, geared a little more toward younger children, but it's a good conversation piece. So if you guys know someone, you got kids or grandkids, or just somebody in the neighborhood you think could benefit from it, I would definitely say make sure you stay tuned, keep watching, check these sisters out, and purchase the book. But we'll be giving away a copy, so
we love
may
the
be able to
babies.
finish today.
All right, stay Adam. This sounds like right up your alley, brother. You need this for the
certainly
babies.
Sounds right up for them. But we ain't giving Adam nothing else free. He didn't want too much.
Adam wants some stuff already. All right, Adam. They said, Adam, I think you might have reached your limit. I don't know, Adam.
No, he only won once.
Hang in there, brother.
Adam won the tickets. Well, not the tickets, but a screening pass to watch Coming to America.
Okay.
Just recently, so he's not at his limit yet.
Okay, and I was just with brother Adam Lesson Morgan today. We made a stop over my BFF's shop. She had spoken with his Mac scholars, his young Mac scholars, and what developed from that, and we're gonna have to get some information from LaDosha and Adam, was a book that developed that was created by the kids in the Mac Scholars program. These are young kids, these are elementary school kids. So big ups to LaDosha and Adam for hooking that up. So Adam, hey, if you don't win that book for the free, you still might to go ahead and purchase one with your STEMI. I know you got your stimulus check, bro. So you might.
You got your STEMI, Adam? What you doing this weekend?
Adam got his STEMI. I'm just saying he did. I don't know if he did or if he didn't. I'm just throwing that out there. Haney, were you at a longtime colleague of ours, photographer extraordinaire, Mike Lilly. Chili Mike Lilly had a birthday party at the what's it called, the front stage? No, it was, where was it at? It wasn't there. Where was it?
It was at Silver Spot in Pinecrest.
Okay, that's right. It's at Pinecrest. My bad.
The movie theater. So shout out to Mike Lilly, turn 60 yesterday. Mike Liddy has been in the game forever.
The
So
big
I'm
6-0.
sure if you're from Cleveland, you either know the name or you've heard of it before. Michael Lilly's been in the game for a long time. Like Chill said, he was our
If
colleague,
you haven't gotten your photo taken by Mike Lilly, you need to get your life right. If you live in Cleveland, if you've been in Cleveland for a while, now if you're brand new, if you're a youngster, we'll give you a pass. But if you've been rocking in Cleveland for if you over what's that, 35, 36, 37, you over 40, 35 maybe. Anyway, if because he's still out here, still in the game. So if you haven't gotten your photo taken by Mike Lilly, get your life in order, get your life right. But how was it? How was the event? I called Mike. I was unable to make it, but I did give him a call to tell him happy birthday.
The film that he watched was Coming to America. So he had he had the full African outfit on from head to toe.
I know that was a sight.
His guests were they were looking like they were going to the royal palace in Zamunda. They really did it. So I was there for double purpose. So my nephew actually had a birthday party there yesterday as well. So
okay, we starting to lose you, Haney. You starting to break up a little
I'll
bit.
take my little for the kids. I'm getting up. Can you hear me?
All right, you a little breaky. Go ahead. Let's see how it rocks. Go ahead. It's the chips. No, go ahead.
So Lily pulled up in a whole van full of stuff. I mean, they had to bring a cart out to this man's car so he could wheel all the presents and decorations and everything he had for this theater. So he really put it together. I mean, you walk into the theater, he had rose petals on the floor leading up to to the seats. So yeah, he really put it together. He gave away gift bags. He had, the whole nine. So it was a very nice event. Shout out to Mike Lilly.
All right, brother Mike Lilly. I know he told me he was doing it right. So he was in full Zamunda / Wakanda mode. So big ups.
Oh,
big ups to Mike Lilly.
That man brought so much stuff. They had to get 2 carts to haul him in.
Hey,
but he took care of the people.
I tell you, I'll share this with you, and we're gonna have to correct this one. At the Ken Ferguson home going, I spoke and I had my brothers come up with me, and it was live streamed too. And I was a little shaky. I'll admit, I was a little verklempt with emotion, but we went to honor our instructor with the traditional karate creed that we've known since we started the martial arts. Do you know we were screwing that karate, man. We got jokes. We couldn't get the karate creed right.
It wasn't direct to your feet, so was it?
It was what?
I said the creed wasn't direct to your pizza.
We messed up the karate creed. All the karate students watching on live stream and that was in the building, they had jokes for us. They had jokes for us the whole time. At the repast, they made us go stand over by the plaque, Kim Ferguson's plaque, his Hall of Fame plaque. It had the karate creed written on it. Man, every karate student that was in the building or watching the live stream had some comments. Hey, Daryl, we're gonna have to do a special version We got to make a Karate Creed video. We can't we can't go out like that, man. But we sent off the Grandmaster
Y'all
nicely.
didn't practice the creed?
Hey, man, we've been on the Karate Creed since we started karate. We've taught classes the Karate Creed. Daryl Sullins said the Karate Creed on the air last week when we did the show on Ken Ferguson. So I knew that when I went to him as my go-to person, that he was gonna have it. Man, we had problems with the Karate Creed. But yeah, we go get it together. What's going on? Kim Hargrove, always glad to see you in the building. We up to about 12,027 people watching. So share the show. A is for Africa, the authors of the book. How many authors of the book is it, Felicia?
There's two.
Two. Two sisters. Okay. All right. So I take it that we did not make it to the trivia night because you were at the birthday parties.
Nope, did not make it to trivia last night, but GCABJ, we will be having a trivia night tomorrow. Just for fun. And it might be some prizes, giveaways.
The Greater Cleveland Association of Black Journalists are having a trivia night, making sure we do lots of fun things. So is it open? Is it open for other people outside of, or do they need a special?
It's invite. I didn't really mind it being open, but some folks expressed that that it should be more exclusive.
Well,
so
we knew that we wanted to do something for the journalists because we spent a lot of time having meetings and taking care of business, so we needed a fun night. So I guess this is our fun night, but I guess we can do some invites.
That's what I was gonna say. But if you are interested, if you think, I don't know, from y'all trivia skills on here on Chill Talk, y'all might not.
Hey man,
y'all need to get a team together.
We had some people handling their trivia. I think LaDosha won some stuff on trivia night. All right, is it time? We do have Sister Graham. Are we waiting for two people, or you want me to let that person in?
Yeah, I'm not sure if they're doing it from the same place, okay, but there is two people.
All right, I will go ahead and admit.
And I'll quit eating my chips now. Let me put on my professional hat. Even
when you're just talking to us, you can get your chips on.
Yeah, I'm just picking it with my people.
All right, they are coming in. Daryl said we were overcome with emotion. That is correct, Shake. We were overcome. We got to get that right. Let's talk to Lil Keith. We doing a Karate Creed video, playing with these people. Dexter Baker is in the building. People are starting to pile up. Make sure you share. If you're watching, make sure that you share Chill Talk. We have some guests who definitely are authors of a book that you want to make sure that you get a hold of. You want to participate, you want to support these sisters. And while I'm at it, you can look in the chat. You can see where you can support Chill Talk. Hit us up on Cash App, money to the number 2 chill. Hey, y'all know y'all got y'all stimmy. You got the stimulus check. You can donate to Chill Talk in the Cash App, money to chill. We know you got that stimulus check money. So
keep the party going.
Alicia need to buy some more of those veggie chips. All right. I see we have one sister in here. See if we can get her to open up her mic, Felicia, and let's get her introduced. And she's in the building. Good? What's going on, sis?
Nothing much. How are you?
I am good. Felicia, do you want to do the introduction?
Gabrielle is hopping on in a second. I think she's getting set up, so she'll be on.
Okay.
right. Well, we can.
Okay, I'm gonna. She's in. I'm letting her in right now.
Perfect.
Give us a second. Well, all righty. And we got some super soul sisters coming up in the
Hey, everybody can have on black today. We all got the memo.
Yes, we are very much blacked out.
That's right. I have on my Africa is in my DNA.
Hey.
I like it.
I love it.
Teachers can do virtually anything.
Yeah.
Like, I have a bet on women.
Hey, can't lose on that one.
Can't.
All right, Felicia, I don't know if you want to do the intros for us or set it up.
Well, I could kind of let them, because they have a pretty interesting story. I don't really want to screw it up. So I'd like for you guys to kind of talk about a bunch of different dynamics, how you met, how this book came to be, the difference. There's I don't want to necessarily say a generational gap, maybe. How you're bridging that. But yeah, so it's pretty cool. So I was telling the audience before you guys came on that I had gone to a vegan pop-up, and I was like, right when you come through, you get all your food and everything, you think you're done, and then she was like, bam! Gabrielle was like, here, wait a minute. You forgot your extra side. So she had a pitch, she had her book set up, she had a whole pitch, and I just love the idea and the product, and I was just like, oh wow, this is something we should really talk about on ChillTalk, especially with it being two female co-authors, and this being Women's History Month. We just want to definitely promote females out here doing their thing, and specifically Black females. So shout out to you guys, but I am going to be quiet and let you talk about your journey and how A is for Africa came to be.
And please introduce yourselves.
Okay, I'll go first. I'm Gabrielle Vaughn, third grade teacher in Cleveland, mother of two beautiful daughters, wife for 15 years to my high school sweetheart. And the, concept or original idea came from my brain. And then I met this, or I've known her for about 2 school years now, Shelby.
I'm Shelby. So I graduated from John Carroll 2019. I ended up getting a job at the same school as Gabrielle. She kind of took me under her wing. She had an amazing track record coming in. So we were kind of told by the administration to, keep an eye on her. Like if you have questions, go to her. She had like a 90% pass rate for her kids going in. So I'm like, okay, I want to be like that. So she kind of took me under her wing. Our classrooms were next to each other. And then when the pandemic hit, we were all lost. So we got a lot closer. We started meeting weekly just to try to get through the school year. And then we both had an idea of starting some sort of business and writing some sort of book. So when we were talking about our separate books, we kind of was giving each other ideas. And then it came into, maybe we should just do this one together. We're giving each other so many ideas, and I just ran with it. She gave me the what she was thinking about, and I just drove home, and I was thinking, I kept texting her like, I think you should do this. I think you should do this. I think you should do this. And she was like, how about you just do it with me? So I was like, okay.
At this point, I think I was stuck on letter J. Letter J. So the book is an alphabet book, a children's alphabet book that starts from A to Z with events and historians in the book. And we tell a story of African American history. And I think I was maybe stuck on letter J, and she came up with Juneteenth, and I just fell off the couch like, that's it.
Okay, well, hold on. I do want to go back to one thing. She said that you were already well known and renowned for your percentage. Now, talk to me about that.
Well, I teach third grade, so there's a third grade state test. We all know that we have students in elementary school, so a third grade state test. And I have a wonderful co-teacher, co-best friend, Alicia Edwards, and we have been, let's see, about 4 years now, holding down a percentile of about 90% and above. At one point, we're at 100%. And it's reading. I love to read, I love to write, and I love to teach reading and writing. So I incorporate it with everything I do. I make my students love it, even though sometimes it's hard, pulling teeth, getting them to read casually, loving to read, but we dive into characters. I tell them to imagine they're this character, that whatever character we're talking about in the book. So starting off that way, and then we have a test in October, we have tests in the spring, and they've definitely been able to score 90% or higher. So definitely, I credit that to my co-teacher, and then just my love of reading, my mother's love of reading, that has my students, whoever passed through my third grade classroom, passing the state test at a accelerated or advanced rate.
That's what we talking about right there.
Yes,
I love you like
it.
that, sis. Congratulations. And so Sister Graham, so you heard, that was impressive to you when you heard
Yes.
about it.
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, now when you were saying that you had already got it, first of all, let's go back. Now I know you fell in with her on the letter J, but what preceded this? What exactly made you want to do this specific book, this project, and based on how you were doing it?
That's
well, you want to go? So when we finally started collaborating and meeting every week, we were just talking about how we are both educators, and how we have the first look into what we're teaching, what our kids are learning, because we're the ones teaching it. So, Black History Month rolls around and everybody does the Martin Luther King, everybody does the Rosa Parks, everybody does the Harriet Tubman. And I know I did a project last year where I sent home a project, and every student had an historian to research, and we didn't do those traditional people, because we know those people. Those are the people that everyone talks about. So our objective was to highlight the events and the historians that are usually omitted from the history books, because there's so many more. I know we were going back and forth. M in the book is for Malcolm X, because Malcolm X is usually not talked about just because of his approach. Is usually Martin Luther King. So we took this as a challenge and kind of, like a in your face approach to make it known that there's so much more to Black history than just slavery and Martin Luther King.
Yes. And that's one of my favorite pages, by the way.
You're muted.
Yeah, and as you can see, I have Brother Malcolm on my shoulder right now.
Yeah.
So I love you like that. Let me give you the wave of the Zamunda flag real quick.
Yeah.
All right. So, and not for you to tell us all the people, but so you said you have M is for Brother Malcolm. Can you give us somebody else non-traditional that kids normally don't see when we talking about Black history?
H is for HBCUs. That's maybe my second favorite page. I even learned, I think it was Shelby and I were sitting down when we were researching, and we didn't know there was 107 HBCUs. Like, oh my goodness, and there should be more, but they don't know about these historically Black colleges. So that's one of my favorite pages. Ida B. Wells, someone that I may have learned about later, but early elementary, they don't hear about her. So just those two. You have a favorite, Shelby?
Yeah, so Langston Hughes is in there. George Washington Carver is in there. I know I would have never known who George Washington Carver is if I wouldn't have watched the Proud Family movie. So we made sure that we put that in there. Quincy Jones, which I thought was important because he's still alive. So when I'm talking to my students and I'm talking about him, I'm like, you can go on Netflix and really watch his video. Like, this doesn't have to be a historian that you heard about. He was like this. He's currently still like that. So he's in there. President Barack Obama is in there under P. So, and then we have events as well, not just people.
So one of the events would be like the Black Wall Street, but it's O for Oklahoma. So you look at it and you're like, what happened historically in Oklahoma? but you dive into the content and it's Black Wall Street.
And then B is for Brown versus Board of Education. So that lets the kids know, especially I teach first grade, so they're young and they have no idea that there was a time when they couldn't attend any school that they wanted to. So that's right at the beginning. So it really hits you hard, like, okay, this is what we're about to get into.
Well, so was it important? Because I mean, these kids through this book, our youth are getting serious history lessons, not just about people, but places, things, historical events. And I do want to say, I see joining us in the building, we have Brother Kofi Pieside of the Kofi Pieside research team, Spears of the Mossy, and they have several books out. And they do, Brother Kofi, they do a podcast where they talk to Black authors, especially sisters like it yourself. So possibly Brother Kofi will reach out to you and help spread the information about this book. But
we welcome it.
But really quick, how do the kids, because a lot of these are, you said you have first graders.
Yeah.
How do the kids react to this? Because telling a kid, especially a Black kid, there was a time that they weren't able to go to the better schools or the best schools or schools that were on a higher echelon of equipment, of learning, of newer books. How did they take that information?
Well, I phrase it in a way where we talk about how we would feel if we were in that situation. So we talk about feelings, we talk about fairness. So in that situation, when we're talking about kids not being able to attend schools just because they were Black, I posed the question, do you think that's fair? And it's no, how would you feel if it was back then and you weren't able to go to school with your friends, or you had to walk 10 blocks to go to a school because you couldn't go to the nearest one in your neighborhood. So I kind of like make them kind of put themselves in their shoes to kind of get that feeling. But as far as kids, I always tell people, first grade sounds young, but they can learn anything. You present it to them, they're like sponges. They're learning about science, they're learning about insects, they're learning about habitats, they can learn about this history too. And that's why when people ask, what grade does it start with? We say that it can go K all the way up to high school because of how much content is in it, because of the vocabulary that's in it. So just because it's not taught, we think anybody can benefit from reading it.
Okay. Now I know Felicia is on she's rolling up on somebody, but I don't know if she has some questions she wants to she's on a stakeout, it looks like. I don't know if she has some questions she wants to jump in on, but I can certainly keep going. But I know you had something, Felicia. Super producer, do we have you?
Driving in the car, producer.
Okay, we're gonna have to get back to Felicia. Let's see, as she's rolling along. Okay, now where can people get this? Because I want people to be able to get this. Where can people get this? Okay, now we hear you, Felicia.
Oh, we can hear you.
All right, go ahead, Felicia.
What are you doing?
Felicia about to have a situation in there. Felicia about to go next level. We about to get a world star up in here.
Right. It's me. I do apologize.
Felicia about to go road rage during the show.
Not road rage.
My apologies. So as I was saying before you guys came on, we were giving a little bit of background about you all in the book. And I had mentioned the same thing, that what I liked about the book, and which was one of the reasons I asked Gabrielle to come on, is because it wasn't all the usual suspects, when I looked through there, which is what Shelby was just saying. So that was something that really stood out. And even in my description, I guess I was saying that I felt like it was geared more toward younger children. But to be honest, Shelby, I think that you are correct. Like, I remember I did a trivia with my students last year, and some things that I thought they should have known on like the elementary level, these are like my high school students, they did not know. And I'm just like, I don't why don't you know this by now? Like, I knew this when I was in, elementary school or middle school, and they are just not learning some of the things that I feel, at least, that they should know by that age. So I feel like it's really important, that you guys are out here producing work like this, and something that's so desperately needed, because a lot of these kids just don't know.
Yeah.
So I appreciate you guys doing the work, and I think that everyone should pick up a copy of A is for Africa.
Yes.
And like I said, if you don't have young children that you can give it to, I'm sure there is someone, whether it be a niece, nephew, grandchild, just somebody in the neighborhood you think could benefit from it. I guarantee you they could benefit from it. It's just starting the conversation. So just yesterday, I was looking at a video on Instagram, and it does not show the students. You just see the whoever is recording the video is recording the teacher, and he's standing in front of all these images of iconic African Americans, right? And so he's pointing to them, but you can tell the children are young just by the sound of the voices. He's like, "Who is this?" He's pointing at Harriet Tubman, like, "Who is this?" And they're like, "I don't know." And he like, "Who is this?" And they like, "Grandma, it's Grandma."
No, not Granny.
It's grandma.
No.
No.
Grandma.
So
Kinda.
like, no, it's Grandma, but seriously, just the sad part, like I said, is that even though these were young kids, so you could give them a pass, and it's like kudos, to teachers like that, like that brother that was actually making sure that his students were getting this at a young age. So that's great. But like I said, realistically, it's a lot of these older kids who just don't get it. So I feel like I was fortunate enough, I guess, to be able to know some of these things. And then I just have maybe taken it for granted that everybody knows, and they,
And I feel like you if you know your history, you definitely are stronger in your future. And just knowing the people that got us this far, that will definitely give you some gumption and being able to stand proud in your heritage. So that's just definitely one of my goals, is to make sure every African American, young or old, knows that we are definitely powerful people.
Right. And I was going to say that because there are a lot of other ethnic groups that celebrate people, historic people, that help make them what they are today. So and like you guys said, everybody knows about some of the, we know Martin Luther King, we know Harriet Tubman, we know Rosa Parks. Well, we definitely know Martin Luther King, but
The whole holiday.
right, but there are so many other people that influenced Dr. King, and that were influenced by Dr. King. So that story doesn't start with him nor ends with him. So like Felicia said, kudos to you guys for coming up with this concept, for doing this book. So again, so where I was at, where can we find this book at?
Okay. So you can get it at lulu.com. So that's LU.com. You just search A is for Africa, A Guide Through African American History. It's red, so it'll pop up. Currently we are trying to get it into Barnes and Noble. We're trying to get it on Amazon. So we also have an Instagram page. It's A_is for Africa, and that's where we do all our updates and stuff. So when it is available on those other platforms, we will be posting it there, reposting it, put it on Facebook, so that people know that they have other platforms where they can buy it.
Okay, and how much is the book?
So the paperback, so there's two kinds. So there's a paperback, and then I think Gabrielle has the hardcover, which is like more durable for probably those younger kids. So the paperback is $19.99, and then the hardcover is, what is it?
$23.99.
That's it.
I know, it's worth
We gotta run it
all
up.
the knowledge in the book. It should be worth more, but no,
That's
that's
right.
Mine too.
Okay, well,
Right,
hey,
mine too.
hey, my people, this is a very important book, very important to our youth, and information that they're giving in it. So if you know people that can benefit from this book, certainly I have teachers on the watching us right now, brother Adam Morgan, who is a relative of the famed inventor Garrett Morgan. Brother Adam he teaches the kids. He has a scholars program for elementary school kids. So, brother Adam, this is definitely a book that you wanna get your hands on. So you teach the babies, as you tell me, teach the truth to the strong Black youth.
Yes.
Ooh, I love that.
Yeah. Oh, that you guys can use that. But yeah, no, let's get the information out. And please, as we're watching right now,
Chill, I know you better be giving us some copyright. Some of y'all can use that.
okay, hold on. I spoke too soon. Y'all got to check with Felicia if y'all want to use
All
that.
right, we got you.
You better be crediting Wu-Tang.
Okay, Wu-Tang. Hey, I heard Adam say that before I even heard of the Wu-Tang clan. So Wu-Tang did not come up with that. Okay, but you know, them Wu-Tang brothers are looking for you. So they might have it. RZA might have that one copyrighted already. So, okay, we'll see. But okay, so we have Felicia out of the car, out of the road rage situation.
Yes, my apologies. That was very I had to catch myself. forgot y'all was here with me for a second. They almost hit me.
So, okay, and I do want to ask both of you all, what was in your upbringing that led you to even be interested in this? Did you all, like Felicia just got through talking about, did you come up with this information as a youth? Did you learn about it in school, in college, or from a brother just dropping knowledge around the way? How did you all come up on this information?
Well, go ahead.
So I actually did not come up with the information whatsoever. So if you're familiar with the east side of Cleveland area, so I went to high school in Solon, and then I went to John Carroll. So if you're familiar, you know that both of those schools are predominantly white. So even though traditional schools aren't even teaching the information, those schools were really not teaching the information. So it wasn't until I got to the school that I'm at now with Gabrielle, which is a HBCU preparatory school, and it's 100% Black kids. And it's all about African American history. When you walk into school, you see the walls are filled with historians, information, all that stuff. So that was new to me. That was intriguing to me, because there was a lot of students, maybe probably in Gabrielle's class, third grade, that probably knew more than me. So I'm teaching the kids, and I'm also learning. I'm getting intrigued, and like she said, the more you learn about your history, the more empowered you get. So I'm getting excited. Like, oh, I didn't know this, I didn't know this, I didn't know that. And then we all know what type of year 2020 was, as far as what happened in the Black community. And the answer that everybody was giving was educate yourself. So I took that upon myself, and they were giving out, all these lists of books that you can read to educate yourself on the true history that roots from what's happening right now, because it didn't just start right now, it's been happening. And people that are just tuned in now thinking that it just started are very much wrong. So I started reading, and then we started collaborating, and I was literally learning as I was researching the book. So to answer your question, in short, I did not know anything up until last year when I started teaching.
And see, that's unfortunate. So we don't want another Shelby coming up to being an author. We want them to be empowered in first grade, third grade. I come from a very strong mother, and she was definitely into knowing your history, being confident in yourself, being confident in your history. So my parents really guided me, and then she would take it out of the curriculum. She would say, you're learning about the Martin, but I'll tell you about Malcolm. Or, well, I had an historian as in a grandfather who was able to tell me stories, how he had to walk through the back of the restaurants and how he was, his friends and cousins may have been lynched. So I had those historians in my family. So I just know it's very important to have that. But again, you can see they don't. So I definitely want to make sure it's something that's tangible that they can go back and research on them they can research on their own.
Okay. Well, now, Shelby, that's interesting. So as you're getting all this new information, how exciting is that? This is like almost brand new. It's like Black people Christmas morning every day for you. How is it, having the veil lifted, your eyes open?
So it's exciting now and it's empowering now, but the learning of what really happened was really hard, I guess, the truth and when you learn about what really happened and you watch those Netflix documentaries that they put on and read these books, it's really just sad how our people were treated. So I'm like, I'm excited to know and I'm happy to know, but it really was hurting me. And that's what pushed me to want to get the word out. It's just stuff that needs to be known. And with me going to those predominantly white schools, I have a very diverse friend group. So it wasn't just me educating myself. I was having those difficult conversations with my close friends as well and letting them know that it isn't just on us to raise awareness and get this information out. So yeah, I'm excited to just have it in my brain now and to continue to learn, but definitely my goal is to push it out to anybody who will listen.
Okay. And you know what, Gabrielle, that's something she just brought up, because certainly, we always say our history, especially African-American history in America, is American history.
Yes.
Our history in the motherland is world history. So would you venture to say this would also help educate people that are not Black? Would this book be beneficial to letting them know some of the important people and information and historical facts and data that has occurred within this country or the world?
Yes, and like Shelby had mentioned, 2020 woke a lot of those people up. So they are grasping to find tangible again or substance to bring to the schools, to bring to their offices. So yes, it's America's history, and you need to definitely be aware of what's happened and to be able to stop anything that's futuristic. We need to make sure they're educated. So yes, I definitely will agree that the others should know and be well versed.
Okay. Well, I also want to say what's going on to Savannah has joined us. Kim Akers has joined us. My brother Daryl Sullins has said he's been promoting our show on Clubhouse, so we'll be gaining more and more new viewers. Felicia, I believe that we're going on. I mean, it's because we had that whole pandemic year, but I think this will be like ChillTalk's third, fourth year. What are we going on now? Coming up in June. Fourth. Wow. Okay, we're gonna have to be able to celebrate, to do something.
Yes.
But so now tell me when the book, because it's when you put all your hard work. First of all, how long did it take to get the book done from beginning to end?
Well, we started
about 10 months.
10 months, right? Yeah.
Yeah. We were working.
Okay.
Shelby had us on a schedule every Tuesday. She's militant in that way. Every Tuesday we were meeting. And if it wasn't in person, it was Zoom, it was a phone call, but 10 months.
Okay, so and how did you decide what? Because is it photos in the book? Is it artwork? What does the inside of the book look like? Is it
both? So we have artwork. Go ahead.
It's what she was about to say. It's both. We were looking for a.
Oh, hold on! Wait a minute.
Give us a tour.
Wait
a minute.
Is that how we doing this, Felicia?
Yes. Felicia brought a book. She told me to the side. She was there at the end of the line, and I pitched her, listen now. And the first thing she went to was Malcolm, so I got her there. So yes, from end page to end page, we have 36 historians or historical events. So we have photographs and illustrations and drawings.
Felicia, you got to tear that book in half and give me the other half.
You need to buy one. You just need to buy one.
Okay, I'll go when I get my stimmy. When I go ahead and drop down for that hardback. No, I will definitely be purchasing one for sure, and I'll have it. I'll put it right up. I'll put it right up here, right by Malcolm and right
I'll
by
tune in to see. I will tune in to see.
See, and that's how we get a new viewer. You got to tune in to see if your book made the wall, the Hall of Justice.
Yes,
and we'll see it. It's red, so it'll pop. And we'll
okay, all right. So now tell me, I mean, you know, everybody talks about, you know, when as an author, when their book, they first see the book, when the boxes came, man, Kofi and them did a show with open the boxes and the books are here. And so now when the boxes started coming in, were you waiting? Did you jump on the UPS man? Did you drive down to Amazon? How did it work?
Tell about our stories, Shelby. We've had some horror stories and we had some good ones.
So we've had a couple of hiccups. So the very first time, so the book got shipped to my house. We wish that we could have half shipped to her and half shipped to me, but it got shipped. The full thing got shipped to me. And all the times that we ordered it, it came sooner. So we weren't expecting it. So my roommate, I would just walk downstairs and it would just be on the table. And she's like, you got a package. And I would just scream. And she's like, what? And I'm like, that's her book. So then I would run up and I would go call Gabrielle and she's like, all right, I'm coming over right now. So the very first time that the book came, she came over, we set up a tripod and we like recorded ourselves, opened it up, and we were just like looking at each other and just, you know, going through it. We did find some errors. So we were happy, but we're like, oh, we have to do it again. So that happened about 4 times. So by the last time, the excitement was gone. We were like, all right, can we please just get her? Can it please just be right
I'm
this
driving
time?
from one city to the other city and we're excited and then we have an error. We had to add the vice president in there, so we had to stop production and to get her in page added at the last moment. So that was kind of a hiccup, but we got her in there. She's next to Obama. So we had our moments. It was a roller coaster, but every time I look at it, I almost cry. So
hey Felicia, they had like when Martin made those t-shirts, the Whitney Houston t-shirts, and they got the shirts and they said Whitney Hutton.
Bruh man printed them up.
They got their books and the first copy said, hey, it's for Applejack. Like, hold on, that's not what
That definitely wasn't there.
Yeah, some hiccups.
All right.
Yeah,
so
that's like that t-shirt Charles Chambers made for somebody that said a something in excellence, and excellence was misspelled.
And then we're teachers, so we're going through with the fine-tooth comb, making sure commas are there and everything's spelled correctly. So it was challenging, but it is out and ready with 100% no accuracy, no errors.
all right.
Awesome.
All right. I'm just letting you know, if you for the next book, you know, super producer Felicia Haney's one of the coldest copy editors in the game. So, you know, she don't play with typos or misspellings, or, you know, she get you together. She'll change your commas and all of that. She know what semicolons are for. So
Shout out
join the team.
Shout out to Drew, who's usually watching us, but I think Drew started a new job, so he's like working at this time, but he's usually in the ChillTalk chat. But saw Drew over the weekend and he gave me a t-shirt. He said, when I saw this t-shirt, I thought about you. So there was an asterisk and then it said your YOU''RE. Like that just sounds like you, like you're always correcting somebody.
Mm-hmm. I taught that.
Yeah, then you're me.
Somebody, so I was like,
your. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So shout out to Drew for the t-shirt. He's one of our trivia team members as well.
Championship trivia team members.
Oh, I like him.
Yeah.
They don't want to see us in trivia. We called with it. But anyhow,
but no, you're gonna have a trivia question, maybe a giveaway, Felicia?
That is right. For the giveaway. Adam, get ready. Adam, get your Google fingers ready, bro.
Google.
Let me see what I can ask here. We've done some Black history trivia here on Chill Talk before. I may have something up on my screen from that. Let me see.
While she's looking, big ups to Alicia Edwards, big ups to Linda Graham. What's going on, Denise Likes, for joining us. Make sure that you share this and get this information out about these sisters and this phenomenal book. This project is something long, as it says in the chat, it's something long overdue. So make sure you share this and get ready. I know all you smart people don't need to Google. I was just playing. Adam knows this information off the
directly
top.
from the book.
Right.
Well, let's see. Well, we're not asking a Garrett Morgan question, so Adam can get it.
Adam, Adam, they not letting you get it like that, bro.
That's for sure. Okay, for some reason, I had a whole little Kahoot document up that had some questions ready on here, and for some reason, I don't see it. That reason could be that I have a gazillion tabs open, but okay, here we go. Let me see. What's something that I have not yet asked on here before? It could be something that's, I don't want to do anything too hard, but not too easy.
Get ready, people. Hey, and Denise, I'm doing my Greater Cleveland Association Black Journalists work right now. Denise, make sure you check your email, look at the information that we sent you from the GCLABJ. We got something for you. If not, holler at me. Wave my Zamunda flag for this next question.
Love the flag.
Okay. I'm just going to choose one because this has a local factor in it, and it's two females who've made history. Two Black females. So the question is, I'm sorry, y'all. I wasn't in the right. There we go. Mode. The question is, the first Black female mayor of Maple Heights and the first Black female mayor in Mississippi. So who is this duo? Looking for the first Black female mayor of Maple Heights and the first Black female mayor in Mississippi. I will give you multiple choice. So in the chat, you guys have to type A, B, C, or D. So is the combo Annette Blackwell and Latrell Sprewell. That would be A. B would be Anita Blackwell and Unity Blackwell. C would be Lorenz Inkwell and UB Well. Or D, Annette Blackwell and Unita Blackwell. I can read it once again because I know that's a lot of wells, okay? So the question is, I'm looking for a combination here, a duo of the first Black female mayor of Maple Heights and the first Black female mayor in Mississippi, whose birthday happens to be tomorrow. So A, if you're choosing A, that would be Annette Blackwell and Latrell Sprewell. B would be Anita Blackwell and Unity Blackwell. C would be Lorenz Inkwell and UB Well. Or D, Annette Blackwell and Unita Blackwell. So wait, I'm not, can you see, are you in the chat?
Yes,
still?
and we have answers already. But first of all, Felicia, I'm giving you some props for even those questions. Because wasn't Lorenz Tate in the movie Inkwell?
Yes, he was.
Okay, that was, I saw how you did that there. But anyway.
So that was process of elimination, everyone. You scratched that one off.
All right. Okay, but we do have, actually, Alicia Edwards started answering the question even before you gave the choices, but she still came back first with D, and then Savannah came with D, and Alicia says I said it first. I gave you your prompts. Did you say it first? Okay, but so we have two answers came in with D, but Alicia Edwards said it first. Is that a correct answer, or do they need to start breaking down the other letters?
D, hold on, let me, I went to Facebook to look, so let me now go back to the question. I do believe that was
It is. That's it.
that was it.
It's gonna be my
Okay.
guess.
Yes, the answer is D, Annette Blackwell and Unita Blackwell. So Annette Blackwell is not only the first female mayor of Maple Heights, she's also the first African American mayor of Maple Heights. So double whammy. And
And she's
Unita
mad
Blackwell.
cool. And she's mad cool too. by the
She
way.
is.
Oh.
That is. And Unita Blackwell, whose birthday is tomorrow, is the first Black female mayor in Mississippi. So no, it was not Latrell Sprewell,
Who choked his coach.
who choked his coach, invented the spinning rims,
The
and
spree whales.
Oh my God.
wasn't him. And it wasn't Lorenz Inkwell. So congratulations. Who was our winner? Alicia
The
Edwards?
winner was Alicia Edwards. So let her know what she needs to do.
All right. So I'm going to now Alicia, she must be a friend of y'all's. Can she win?
Yes, she can.
Hey, Felicia, you got a lot of
Alicia
nerve.
probably got 4, 5, 6, 7.
We didn't know the question, so she definitely answered it.
All right, congrats, Alicia Edwards. I am going to drop my email address here in the chat, and you can email me. Well, you don't need to email me. You can get it from them at work tomorrow.
We have a lot of supporters, Felicia. We have a lot of supporters, a lot of people who love us.
Okay. Congratulations. Give it to one of your students.
Mhm.
That's awesome.
All right, well,
All
Felicia
right.
has the email. She has her email in the and Alicia says it's actually my Black History fact for the day for her students tomorrow. So the information in this book is
cool.
already in effect,
Yeah.
being used by the youth. The teachers are already using the information. Man,
We're on it.
that's hot.
We're on something. We're on to something now.
All right, she said she has a copy,
Yeah.
but she knows some people who can use that knowledge. So she wants her book for the free that she went off of Chill Talk, and she's gonna gift somebody.
Love
As she
it.
should.
Me and Adam looking for a copy. But anyway, no, where we go purchase
Send me
ours.
an email if you like to give Chill your copy.
No, I will
She
purchase.
was gonna buy 2. I know it.
I will okay, Adam, me and you. Adam, did you get your STEMI? All right, we will purchase some books.
Y'all
All
better
right.
Annie up.
Between myself and brother Adam Lesson Morgan, he can use these books directly for his young scholars in the Max Scholars Program at Woodbury School. So
My niece is in Woodbury. I grew up in Shaker.
all
Didn't go to
right.
Woodbury though. I went to Shaker Heights High School.
Okay,
Went
go
directly from Cleveland to Shaker.
Shaker Red Raiders. Where we
Yes.
at in Cleveland?
Well, my mother was a Cleveland police officer in 4th District, so we lived on Harvard.
Yeah, I'm right there.
Mhm. So
Big
I
ups to
went-
Harvard.
Oh my goodness. Thomas Jefferson, Jameson, A.B. Hart, Nathan Hale, and then I ended up in high school in Shaker Heights High School.
Okay, all right, but you got some Harvard
I
love coming your way.
I'm
All
35.
right, that's what we're
Listen.
talking about. That's what
Right.
Right.
that's up.
Right.
So, Felicia, so they won that as usual. They won. Watch Chill Talk and you win stuff. You win
All
stuff.
the time.
And how much do we charge them to win it?
Usually it is for the free.
All right,
$3.99.
it's for the
They
free.
get it for the free.
For the
So
free.
Yep, keep watching. We are always giving away really, really cool gifts and prizes. So once again, we did not disappoint this week on Chill Talk. I see Adam is repping East Cleveland. Shout out to East
Hey.
Cleveland.
Shout out to EC. Adam is in
Adam had to
there.
throw that in.
Hey,
Well, I'll give a shout out since we giving shout out.
yeah,
Still rolling his eyes. You know, I'm about to say something about Cleveland Heights.
go ahead, handle your business.
No, but I wanted to say, just getting back on topic, and this is kind of reiterating what I already said, but I felt like, so even with Shelby made a comment that, you know, she went to Solon, which was this predominantly white school district, and so she didn't get some of the things she thought that she should have gotten in terms of her Black history. And so I feel like at the time that I came through the Cleveland High School District, it was actually really, really diverse, but probably still more white students than it was Black students at that time. Mm-hmm. But even to come from that, I still was able to come out of there with a really good, with really good background, you know, in terms of Black history. And a lot of it,
I have a question once you're finished.
And a lot of it actually came from some of my white teachers who did the most intense stuff. So I'm just saying that to say, and I totally get what you're saying. And I think that your point is very true and very valid. But I just had to give credit where credit is due, because in a situation like mine, and don't get me wrong, there were Black teachers who were there and doing their thing too. To give a shout out to my African-American drama and poetry teacher, Miss Ballard, and she taught quite a few classes that were African-American based. But, you know, there were the Mr. Goldsteins and the Mr. Geigers, and, you know, these people who gave me really good in-depth information. And then it was for reasons that even by the time like my nephew came through the same school district, just mentioning people or asking him questions, and he didn't know, you know, who these people were. And I was just like, how do you not know that? Like when I was in school, you know, or when I went to Cleveland High Schools, we knew these things, you know, this was the curriculum, and it has changed even for him. So then going back and being a teacher in the same school district that I came out of, I was like, almost really appalled that these students did not know these things. Yeah. And so, you know, I remember in my day and age of coming up through school, I learned a lot about who certain Black people were, because if nothing else, every Black History Month, there was a door decoration on everybody's classroom door, right? These teachers would go in, and that was the first time I ever heard of Bishop Desmond Tutu, and, you know, maybe somebody, you know, because at first I'm just kind of like, oh, that name sounds funny. I had never heard of it, but it made me, you know, now I know who that person is because I looked at this door and I read, you know, what have you. Fast forward to, like I said, me being in the same school district, and you barely see any doors decorated Black History Month, you know? So I'm like, no, I gotta take, if it took me staying there till 10 o'clock at night, getting my door decorated and finished, you know what I mean? To make sure like I'm gonna have some kind of representation, and, you know, maybe just get other people involved and make them want to do it as well. And so I kind of won the door decorating contest, but I didn't. And I won.
That's a whole nother story. We went through that one on the show.
I won the contest, but then they snatched it from me because none of the kids helped me. So they snatched me of my crown. But I ain't gonna never let them forget that I won that contest. You know, on the Central Park 5. That's who I chose to do it. But anyway, I'm just saying all this to say that I really am glad that, you know, you guys are putting in this work, you know, not just you, that somebody will even come up with the concept of the HBCU school, you know, preparatory school, like to get these kids prepared, you know, for later in life in terms of who they are, you know, not just a whole bunch of things that you'd be like, why do I need to know the square root of pi. I don't know. With things that are definitely more relevant. So I'm just really, really glad that you guys are doing this work.
All right, Shelby had a question.
Yeah, she actually answered my question. So I was just going to ask her what the teachers look like, what did the representation look like growing up. So she definitely touched on that.
It was very, very mixed. Yeah, I had a lot of white teachers, a lot of Jewish teachers, Black teachers, all of that. It was pretty mixed, but just that curriculum, in those classes that were offered. And I don't really see that much anymore. So I don't know, but I think it's also a different day and age in teaching where you're just teaching to be tested, more so than you are to really learn things, So yeah, I think a lot of the there's a principal. She actually just retired at the end of the school year last year, but she was my 12th grade government teacher. And when I came back to the school, she was the 12th grade principal. She had become a principal up there. And so I remember her being like this tough teacher, and she was like and I'm like, she was just letting so many things back. Oh, well, these kids need to graduate. Oh, well, we need that. It's almost like just let it go. Let them put, I'm like, in my day and age, if you didn't make the grade, you didn't walk the stage. It just, it just what it was. And it's not like that anymore. I saw a student who didn't come to school until March. Now, I'm not sure what all level of schooling he was getting because he unfortunately was incarcerated part of his senior year, but he didn't come back to school till right before we went on break for the pandemic, and he still graduated. I just couldn't understand. But
go ahead, Felicia.
I'm just saying these are things that we're dealing with. It's a different day and age.
Gabrielle, what grade do you teach again?
I teach 3rd grade.
Okay, and see that's what I want to say. So Shelby, you teach 1st grade, and you teach 3rd grade. Yeah. Man, that is so dynamic that these kids they're getting, and the same thing with brother Adam, that these kids are getting this information at this age.
9,
because
8, 7,
oh my goodness, so they already know about it, they're hearing about it, it's already kind of ingrained in them, so they can build off of that. So man, big ups to you all for giving information to these kids, because Felicia just gave her shout out, but I went to all Black schools. I'm Lee Harvard born and raised, and in elementary school we had a teacher, Miss Albritton. Man, she kicked us down. Man, she taught us about the Panthers. And oh my goodness, yes, Huey P. Newton, Eldridge Cleaver, Bobby Seals. I knew those names in elementary school. She read us poems.
I love her.
Langston Hughes, Nikki Giovanni was contemporary at the time. Oh, and Felicia, if you'd have heard my song that I dropped in 1986, Open Your Eyes, you would have known the name Desmond Tutu.
86, I was 6.
That's right, when I dropped that song in 86. But anyhow, no, but just for you guys to be getting that information, and obviously you have other teachers that are on here saying, hey, I'm already using this information. For that to be getting to our kids in elementary school is a beautiful thing, and it's always been time, but now it's really time.
Yes,
right. And shout out to our winner tonight, Alicia Edwards, who is also an educator, who said that that was her the trivia question was what was going to be her question for her students tomorrow, and it's just like, well, what's tomorrow? Tomorrow is just randomly March 18th. It's not regular History Month. It's not, so she's doing this. It doesn't have to be a specific set aside day, so
exactly.
Shout out to her.
Shelly Shockley in the building. She's saying that Miss Johnston at Superior Elementary was teaching her that info back in elementary school. Big ups to whoever taught Shelley Shockley that information, because Shelley Shockley is
We all the
always
teachers
spreading
said
good
it.
knowledge.
Definitely bring this book in their classroom, whether you're in person or remote.
Virtual.
Yes.
Okay,
Definitely.
again, where can they get the book? Is A is for Africa. These are the authors of the book. Where can they get the book again?
It is on lulu.com. That's LULU.com. And that's our publishing company. And like Shelby said earlier, we're trying at this moment to get it into Barnes and Nobles and Amazon. But right now, today, as soon as you get off of ChillTalk, lulu.com, LULU.com.
I posted the link in the chat, so you can go ahead and click there. I put the name of the book, A is for Africa, and as well as the lulu.com link. So it's right there. You can click it.
Yay.
Go ahead and purchase your copy. And
Yes, thank you.
Good
All
stuff.
right. Good stuff.
Thank you.
I think, Felicia, we can give them each a second just to give some shout outs or some information that we need to know before we break out. So who wants to go first?
Go ahead.
I can go. So shout out to all my family and friends. They were right alongside proofreading. So how me and Gabrielle set it up is that so I wrote and edited half of the book. The first half, I think A through M, and then she did N through Z. So we edited and then peer edited. So I had friends who I was leaning on to read over it, make sure it sounded right. Family, same thing. So shout out to them for being along in the process. And then I also want to shout out to Central. Gabrielle, is it Central?
Yes.
Central Primary School in Bedford, because we sat down with them a couple weeks ago. And their school was decorated for Black History Month and it's still up there. And it was amazing, all the art on the walls and the doors and stuff. And then second, they texted us last week saying that they wanted to purchase 150 copies just to give to a couple of their lower grades for each student to have their own copy. And they're going to bring us back to kind of do like maybe a book signing or something like that. So shout out to them for taking that initiative and knowing that their students should have this information and not leaving it up to chance. They're like, no, you're taking this, we're giving it to you. So shout out to them.
Yes, same as Shelby, my best friends. I think they're on here, Eloise and Taisha, who support me when I'm just like, oh my God, I don't think we can do it. And then, I lean on Shelby a lot. And again, as you probably know, Alicia Edwards is my sister bestie. So my husband and my daughters, just being that support. My sisters, I come from big family of, to me, I love it so much. I know my mother's watching. I've accomplished yet another goal. I'm just definitely excited about the future, like we said, with a school buying 150 copies. And just, I'm blessed. I have a lot of support and I don't take that for granted.
All right. Well, hey, everybody that's watching currently, or even the people that will see the show when they watch it again, because I'll also share the show to my YouTube channel, and as we re-air it even on Facebook and the other platforms. Make sure you support these two sisters. Again, this is a dynamic book, something we should all take part in, part of the community, to get this information out to our youth. And also, if you still got just some stimulus money left, you can also donate, support Chill Talk, so we can keep bringing all of this information. You can hit us up on Cash App at $money to chill. And we should start counting down now, Felicia, to the day that we can return back to the radio station. I think this is our 48th show in quarantine. The radio station should be opening up back soon, and we will resume our times back in the studio. But until then, we're still getting you this information. So if you want to support the show while we're in the pandemic mode, you can at Cash App $money, the number 2 chill. Felicia, excellent show. You always find great guests, and these some sisters that just rolled up on you with the book at the end of the veggie line.
Like, bam.
That's it. Hi. How are you? What did you eat that day? Was it I think they had chicken, right? Or some sort of, was it cool?
Yeah, they had a vegan fried
That's
chicken.
Umbar, by the way. Umbar on
and
Larchmere.
meatloaf.
Shout out to
Shout
Umbar.
out to Umbar.
Umbar, you
Yeah.
mean Felicia's
Squash
other
the Beat.
On
office?
Larchmere.
Squash the
Oh,
Beat
yeah.
was the catering company,
Yeah,
but
Squash the
the
Beat.
pop-up was at Umbar. Yeah.
Yeah.
So ladies, before we go, if someone wants more information from you, wants to get in touch with you about the book, any speaking engagements, any of that, what's the best way to reach out? Social media, email, any of that you want to share?
So both. So we have an Instagram, which I said earlier was _is for Africa on Instagram. And then our book email is gncedu@gmail.com. And we check that every day.
Yes. And then it will also, this Friday will be the first day that we have the book at Unbar on Larchmere. You can purchase the book there as well. Starting this Friday. Was that the 19th?
Is it? Yeah, 19.
That is
Woohoo.
it's the 19th. All righty.
All right.
Sounds
excellent.
good. Thank you guys so much for
Thank you
for
joining
having us. This was amazing.
Thank you for having us.
We appreciate it. I am sorry that I was driving the first part of this and that I had a road rage situation.
I'm glad you made it though. I'm glad you made it
But
out.
Right.
that's all right. So yep, appreciate you guys. Put the information in the
Amazing.
chat. Please support these sisters and pick up this book. And keep supporting and watching Chill Talk.
Yes,
And
amazing
absolutely.
show, by the way. Amazing show, by the
Yeah,
way.
awesome job.
Thank you. And I'm gonna have the book. It's gonna be right
So
Yeah,
here.
we're gonna check.
It's gonna be right there, right above Malcolm, over to the other side of Malcolm. So
I
it's
like that
gonna be there.
location.
Again, guys, like Felicia said, thank you for coming on the show. Thank you for the work that you're
Thank
doing,
you.
especially with the youth. Thanks for the people who are watching. Make sure you share this show to get this information out. I made the special announcement that on this Friday, 5 o'clock, I will be talking on my YouTube channel, the Kevin Chilher YouTube channel, with the one and only master of Thai Bo, Billy Blanks, who has shown back up in the Geico commercials. But he was a martial artist who was a United States team member with my instructor, Ken Ferguson, who recently passed away. So he'll be talking about the Geico commercial, his Thai Bo, and about his friendship with the late, great Lee Harvard legend, Ken Ferguson. So stay tuned for that. But I think we're good. Felicia, are we done?
We are done. I just dropped the info that you just shared in the chat about Friday, as well as my email again. If anyone would like their special invitation to our hangout tomorrow, we are playing trivia and probably giving away some prizes. And other than that, it's bring your own everything, right? We are only providing the entertainment. You guys will have your own food, drinks, or whatever else you indulge in.
That's right.
So
it
is there.
All right. Well, thank you guys. We appreciate it. Super
Thank
producer
you.
Felicia Haney, another great show. Support all Chill Talk platforms, all Felicia Haney initiatives. Support these sisters right here. Support the people that support us, and we support them. You're gonna see the book right there. Hopefully by the next
it's gonna
show.
be right here. It's
All right.
right here, right behind
That's
you.
right there, just like that. So we appreciate it. We're up out of here, ladies.
Thank you so much.
As we end Chill Talk, as always, throw up the deuces, and we are out of here. Peace. Great show, guys.